Hey, what's up everybody? It's Sunday evening. Just got back an hour or so ago from Katie Bell's volleyball tournament. And gosh, it's sitting there watching, it's brutal. Especially when it was a sport that I played. Anyway, I figured I'd set the camera up, do a little garage hang. I've got too much stuff. I got a bunch of stuff out. And so now, over the course of the next several weeks, I'm going to be working on cars. I've got a lot of car things that need to get dialed, and then organizing. So the dust and dirt and debris is done. Doors are done. The Pro Slat's done. The last major thing we have to do in the garage here is the DI pressure washer system. That's easy in comparison to the rest of this. And then sleeve the water lines that go over top. But what I wanted to do today was just start organizing some stuff. So the first thing I want to do is swap my shelves from a 10-inch to an 8-inch. And so today's main discussion point are the shelves, the new shelf options. So I want to show you these. I believe these are 50-inch versions, but we're making them in various sizes. They're in black powder coat, and then we're going to have a bunch of different versions as well in the future that'll be stainless and floating and all kinds of cool stuff. So right now, I'm going to put it on the wall using our Pro Slat adapters. So we've made a SlatWall adapter because the Pro Slat's shelves are pretty terrible. So let me back out the GT3. First I got to move the Bronco, back out the GT3, and then I'm going to work on my shelves and we'll see what else we get into today. I'm going to move the Bronco over and back the GT3 out. This thing needs clean big time. Man, it smells like leather and pine in here. That scent pack is amazing. All right, so I have all these Pro Slat accessories that I just want to kind of test out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these all off the wall here because they're certainly not going here. I'm going to put them in the back room on the wall temporarily, just until I figure out how many of these I need for what storage purposes, and then I can get rid of the rest. So we'll pop these off, and then we'll start working on the shelves. Not a huge fan of their accessories. So whatever accessories I figure out I like, we're going to basically make our own that are way better. I actually need to move the shelves over quite a bit. My DI system is going to have to go from here, and then it's 18 inches and 18, so I need to go 36 inches at least off of my water lines over here. So I'm going to measure from here. I'm going to say 40 inches. The nice thing is that my DI system is going to cover this pipe. This is a gas pipe here. And so the reason why I wanted, these are 10-inch deep shelves. So I want to do 8-inch, take 2 inches off of this. I don't need all that depth. And also, all of these are going to get mounted to the wall with the wall mount holders from Perfect Detail Obsessed Garage Collaboration, and then I don't need the shelves to be this far apart either. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to leave this as my height. So I think I like this spot, but I'm going to shift it over quite a bit here. Let me see what my dimension is. So these shelves, by the time you're watching this video, I think they're in the store. and then we'll have a 316 and a 304 stainless version. We're going to have floating versions. We're going to have 18, I think 24, 32, 36, 50. And then we may end up coming up with a custom option as well in the future. So from there, yeah, I need to come over, you know, roughly here. So I am going to be 40, so that's at 32, so 8 inches past. So 8 inches past this. So I'm going to take my shelf down, I'm going to move it, and it's going to transfer over to the next, you know, next set of slat. So I'm going to take this down one at a time. I think actually, let me see, how do I want to do this? Because I want to move this shelf down substantially. I'm going to move it down. I guess it will only be one slat. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let's just take all of these, put them up here, make this easy. Kind of like this order, so I'm going to keep these in order like this. It's pretty sturdy. I mean, the SlatWall holds a couple 100 pounds. So I probably don't need these 3 shelves. This hoodie, by the way, is one of my testers. This is from a company called House of Blanks. It has like a terry internal, and then the sleeves are like, you know, double, maybe 1 3/4. I think it's about double width. But man, I love these hoodies. So we're gonna start printing on these. They're crazy expensive, but I think I paid like 110 bucks for it or something like that for a blank. But I think we're going to be able to buy them in bulk and possibly sell them printed for less. So we'll just set that there for now. Let me wipe this off. So let me see. I bet you, let's do some traceless on here. But on stuff like this, oftentimes the keys N914 actually works better. I mean, this works fine. But on a black powder coat, I kind of like using a little softer. But yeah, so we'll use waterless wash on this. Yeah, that works best. Nice. Open this door up for Chase. All right, so these are 10 millimeter set screws, and I'll show you how this works. It's 11. That's interesting. So these are Koken, which I saw some. This has been my new thing. So you guys ruined it. Not you, not all of you, but some of you. I'm out on the comments. The last couple of months have made it pretty clear to me that it's just not worth the effort, because it's nothing but a bunch of freaking entitled sissies. So I'm almost exclusively entitled. So I'm going to bow out and just post and ghost. I'm taking the Joe Rogan philosophy. So I'm out on it. Too much negative bull crap. I feel like I don't have much to learn from the comments anymore, but it was important for me the last 10 years or so. I've been, you know, following up on every single comment on YouTube since 2014 when I started this, and I feel like it's no longer necessary. So I'm gonna just post videos. I'm gonna post on Instagram, Facebook, whatever extra time, whatever time I had spent posting or reading and following up, I'm gonna spend on making more videos. I think it's about time. I'm one of the very few that actually followed up like I do. Okay, so you can see the shelf. Let me just back this up here so you can see what's going on here. So you can see now this is our prototype. We've actually improved the finish from here, but it's very Sonic MSS Plus like on our finish. I wanted to kind of match that same level of texture and quality. And so we're actually manufacturing these ourselves with an American manufacturer. And so you have slotted holes. These are designed to fit on 24. Let's see, I'm not sure how we did this. I'll have to follow up with you on that. I need to get that information from Joe and Tommy, how we decided, what was our final decision on how we were going to set these up for stud placement. So these are not Pro Slat shelves. These are on-wall shelves. We just made this bracket for the Pro Slat because I had Pro Slat in my garage here. I mean, this is probably Pro Slat for me. This is a one and done thing. This garage is a lot more practical. I mean, it's come a little bit beyond practical now the way that I've set it up, but the practicality of this garage is possible for most. Some of my other garages have been certainly out of reach for 99% of people. This one, I think you're going to take cues from it and add it to your garage. But the SlatWall was a temporary thing, something I put on the wall to test out. SlatWall to me has always been kind of like Corvettes. Until I own it, until I get to experience it, and keep my mouth shut. And so I've been not a fan of a SlatWall, and I'm going to decide if I like it or not. And the only way to do that is to build, 2/3 of your garage with SlatWall. At least that's the way I think of it. So anyway, these shelves, this is the 50-inch version, and they are super stout, super sturdy. They're designed to be mounted to the wall, but we've also made this SlatWall accessory available, or we will make it available, where you can see we have this piece here that is set up for the SlatWall, and so this pops into place, locks in on each whatever you call it, slat, and that's how we set this up. So I need to decide what height do I want the shelves. I think this height is okay. And so, where was I? I just took it off. Oh yeah, so it's on this slat right here. I'll slide it over here, put it into place. So again, I need to come quite a few inches that way. So now, let me see, what's the easiest way? How does this thing go in? Okay, that's how we do it. Yeah. I can slide that into position. Slide this one into position. I think I'm a little too far over. What did I say? I wanted to be 8 inches past. Because I'm doing dual Krensless, so I'm gonna have dual DI, which is 36 inches, right? And so I give myself an extra 4 inches. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna do the bucket filler yet. We may just punch through the wall, but I like my bucket filler to be 48 inches off the floor. And so the other reason is for opening doors, opening the car door, although I have a good chunk of space. What do I do with my tape measure? To open the door, I want the shelf to be a little higher, not in the way. And the nice thing about the SlatWall is that I can play with this. I can move it. I don't have to make that, about 24 inches, about 30 inches from where I'd be parked, because my car will be inside the white line here. So that's where we're gonna put it. All right, so I'm gonna grab an 8-inch deep shelf, same width. Just line these up first. So these big shelves are almost a two-man job. Just until I get it lined up here. That's what I didn't want to happen. just put a bolt on. So it's a washer and bolt. It's like a cap nut and a washer. So the washer helps make sure we're spaced out properly. So the cap nut will bottom out on the washer and lock the shelf in place. Oh yeah, once you put that one nut on, then you can slide it into position. So this is a one-man job, easy. Push this up just to get it to fit. Push it back down. Nice, I'm just leaning on the shelf. Put my washer on. Yeah, this is great. Put my other nut in place. And we're good. Man, that's nice. Yeah, 8 inches is the way to go here. Before I lock anything down, let me get my dimension here. So I wanted to come 8 inches. So I'm gonna come way over here. Nice. Yeah, that is really cool. So even on that seam, we're okay. Here we go. Man, these shelves are really nice. We did a good job on these, if I don't say so myself. This is a long time coming. I'm planning on making this kind of stuff. We're probably gonna make our own hose reel. My intention is not to make everything. My intention is to only make things that need to be made. Oh, anyway, I was saying, there was a post in the Facebook group complaining about Koken and how terrible it is. I'm like, okay, you say so. Then another one about GSF being terrible. I'm like, okay, all right. And the mountain bikes are terrible. Everything's terrible. I'm out. I'm done. You guys ruined it for me. I've been hanging on to the comments for the residual value of the learning process. You know, even inside of the little bit that the negativity doesn't really, it annoys me when people aren't very smart and they pretend to be, but the negativity, the entitlement, I'm out on that. And so I'm gonna do old-fashioned post and ghost. Okay, so now this is the, this is the setup, the new bottle. So new spray head, new tip, new silicone tube, new fluorinated bottle, new label. There won't be any more air bubbles. I put this one on crooked. But these are in production with an estimated arrival date of March 15th. Including tips and heads. We'll have all the individual components. You can kind of cobble together, Frankenstein your old bottles and get it all dialed. But that's coming. Yeah, see, I like this depth here. So I can fit 2 bottles deep with no excess. Like that. But then when I have 1 bottle, it doesn't look as wasteful on the space. And then I have more room to walk, down the pathway here. So I got those. But these squeeze bottles are coming as well. I got Reset, GSF, and OG Decon soap. I've got some. I still have some of the, see then, these don't fit on there as well, but these aren't gonna stay on here anyway. So I can't fit these too deep anymore, which is fine. Because these are here temporarily till I get set up. 5 foam cannons. I don't think I need these extra. I don't need these extras anymore, but anyway, we're gonna tweak this once we get everything set up. Nice, that's good. That'll work. So what I have on my main shelf: wheel cleaner, tire dressing, invisible glass, Atomac, drying aid, and then N914 as my 6 main down on the lower level. 2 bottles of GSF, 1 bottle Reset, 1 bottle of Decon soap, and then I've got my 5 home cannons, 1 for wheel cleaner, and then for the 4 types of soaps. So, one being Built Hamber Traceless. Okay, so let's swap this one. Sorry, Built Hamber Touchless, not Traceless. So this is the main tester here, in that I've got Tarex in the fluorinated bottle, and labels staying put, no problem, no seepage, no head degradation, no tip splitting. Finally we got it. My gosh. Oh, that's the straw that broke the camel's back, was the door insulation. Now, in a perfect world, you just buy a door like this. I don't know what this door cost. $4 grand? $3 grand? Something like that. And so we're on American-made iteration number 1. And you know, it's decent. And so I launched it. And everybody gets so freaking bent out of shape, so entitled. So I'm out. I'm just gonna keep making stuff. You can choose to buy it or not. I'm not going to play the game. I'm creating the game. So, tough luck, people. All right, so we're gonna come down 1, because I don't need all this extra, I don't need this gap, you know, here. So if I come down 1 slat, we'll be safe. See if I can get this in place. That's in position right there. And this one is to come down. All right. We'll decide here in a second if we like this lowered position. Thank you. Let's do the same thing I did on the other shelf. Lock in the top on the left side. I'll take this off and slide it out of the way. So I knock this off. Yeah, first time I mounted the shelves, I didn't have a good system. Now I do. There we go. Yeah, I think I like this height. Just looked a little disjointed before. Put all 4 of these screws on. And then we'll put a level. You know, our shelves in alignment. Yeah, I think this year, 2025, is going to be insane. Now that my garage here is getting dialed, I'm like ready to roll on Villages, the local. Too far. Right there. Center that up. I'm gonna really regret this piddling garage hang today, because it's gonna get cold and I need to wash all my cars. I need to wash and detail most of them. But tomorrow, I've got a gentleman here locally that I think is going to let me take care of his house and borrow his garage when he's not here. So that's going to be a big solve for me. So I think I'm going to finish the Evo and not get rid of it and just keep it. Rusty sold his house, so we're going to complete the transaction on my Lady Lake house. So I'm going to have this house paid for. It's so funny. I feel like I've never gotten any pushback. Maybe economically, the economy in general isn't doing as well for some people. So I've gotten a ton of pushback on this house, on the frivolousness of it. And I'm like, this house is like $1 million less than the other house. Yeah, it's $1 million, more than $1 million less. And oh, the other house seemed to be fine, and now this one's no good. It's too much. This is why I'm going to stop breeding and just keep doing. Many of you have been telling me that for years. So I'm going to listen. All right, that looks great. All right, so I think I might. Yeah, so I'm 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can put the other shelf on. Yeah, because I have some more brackets. So this right here. So the track day was a lot of fun. If you haven't watched the video, I came up with a couple of plans. Step 1 of the plan for me to be able to drive again. Step 1, I go out and drive around, and I haven't been very good about this. Getting up early, like 3 a.m., going out for a little spin. And trying to get back on the road. Step 2 was the Bronco, because the Bronco is, it's a all-wheel drive, or can drive on all roads. Right, so I could take it off-road, jump a curb if I need to. That's helped a little bit. Not completely, but a little bit. Step 3, actually the original step 1 was the Evo, which it's done a pretty good job, because I could barely even drive down the street. And so the Evo helped me quite a bit. And so now the next step is to get a Tesla. But I've got to get a lot of projects moving and done before I get another car. My E92 is going to HQ. It'll be the mascot there. I'm going to redo the front door so I can drive it in and out. And that way I have a car up there to go rip around my old safe roads out by my old house. And then when the Amiras come, I'll probably put one of them in there as the giveaway car to kind of share it with people. And the M3 might, leave the front there. So anyway, we're gonna get a Model S here at some point. The Model S will theoretically be short-lived, depending on how successful it is at using the full self-drive for me. But the Raptor's staying, and I'm getting the Raptor all set up. I just bought all the stuff I need to do. The transmission, so I need to change the transmission fluid, change the diff fluid. I got all that gear that I need. I should have it here in a few days. I needed the transmission fluid, or not fluid. I got the fluid. I need the what's it called? Filter, not fluid, filter. I got a gasket for the diff. I got all the fluid. There we go. Nice. I like that. We need a little ladder here. Oops, I don't need the ladder yet. Yeah, that's a better height. Looks better, functions better. Perfect. These are my secondary use. And then this is good for me. Probably not for anybody else, but it's my garage, I don't care. This is stuff that I use often. Yeah, for your spray bottles, 8-inch shelf is the way. And these have plenty of weight capacity to hold spray bottles. Let me take the 10s off. I already put my ratchet away. So yeah, we have a good run of really awesome stuff that's coming out here over the course of the next 6 months or so. Oh yeah, it's perfect height. The other one was maybe a tad too tall. I had to go on my tippy toes. Great. Oh shoot, I forgot to take those things down. The nice thing, if I do need to adjust the shelves left or right, now that I'm past the seam here, I can just you can easily just loosen them up and push them left or right. Piece of cake. So from an organizational perspective, the slat wall and future-proofing makes it so I don't have to put a bunch of holes in my wall. You know, getting it wrong. Like I would have mounted those shelves there where I mounted them and then realized I need to move it to the right and I have to fill the holes and paint the wall. Now with the slat wall, I can just adjust on the fly whenever necessary. What I think I want to do, I want to create, so Joe, if you're watching this, what I think I want is a magnetic little circle ring that I can move, but it would stay in position that's really low profile. So when I take, and I might even label it, where I take, because if I adjust what sprayers and bottles I have, but I would love to, then I can measure it precisely and have a very specific spot. Since we now have these beautiful display bottles, yeah, I want to have like a little position where all of these have a little donut, like a little magnet thing that it, you know, I know exactly where this bottle needs to go. So I don't have like wonkiness on depth or distance. Do you think that'd be cool? I think it would. So check that out. It looks a little naked right now because it's floating in the middle of the wall, but imagine coming up here shortly, imagine I have the matching black powder coated DI system. You know, they'll go from floor to about 80 inches, I believe. I'll have my wand holder. I'll have all of my foam cannons are actually going to go on the wall underneath here. So I'm going to mount those there. It's going to be sick. So mission accomplished on my shelves and transitioning from the deeper ones here to the narrow ones here. And it won't be in the way when I park. How's my spacing look? Looks like this one's a little bit off here. See, this is why it would be cool to have like a little magnetic donut. It tells us exactly where the bottle goes. I like that idea. I think that'd be sick. All right, I think that's it for tonight. It's, what time is it? It's only 7 o'clock. But I've got the sauna done. So I'm gonna sauna and get a good start to the week. Go do some driving. I might go for a little drive in the Bronco here right now. But let's see. I've got a bunch of stuff to work on here. I don't want to get copyrighted. I've got the football game going on here. Let me just pause this. So I got a bunch of stuff to work on. So I just figured out. I ordered this. This jack looks janky, but I'll have you an update on this Pro Eagle. I don't think this thing's gonna be very good, but we'll see. I had bought some new garbage cans that I was planning on doing, but I ran it over with the Bronco. I had it behind the Bronco and I ran it over and I broke the cage. So this is gonna have to go in the trash. So try to straighten it out, but it's not gonna work. That stinks. That's a $300-something mess up. I've got my gas tanks, which I have for the M3, and then we'll be taking those to the track as well. So my M3, I got to drain the fuel and fix the fuel, or fix the a stuttering issue. So I got the Morse Pro slat stuff that I don't think I need. So I'll probably get rid of that. Because the new bumper on the Raptor has like a big gap in the front, I did buy a Baja Designs light just to fill it. And then here's my solve. So these are Deaver springs +2, so stock height. And I'll use the lifted block that I already have on the Raptor. So these are gonna go in. Like I said, I've got all the stuff to change and fix the diff. Hey, if anybody needs a Leviton charger on the cheap, I think it's like $400 something for this electric charger I took off the wall because I'm gonna get a Tesla charger. Let me know. I'll sell it to you on the cheap, half off. All my bikes are dialed, that's good. These I'm putting on tomorrow, so they're coated and ready to install tomorrow, so that'll be doing. And then I also have, this is gonna make some of you tool people mad, is hammers. Lots and lots of hammers. Shut up, Chase. So these are Thor and Oscar out of Spain. So I'm gonna be messing with those. So lots of stuff coming. And 3 videos on plug change, fuel replacement, Evo videos on turbo install, full paint correction protection. Full paint correction protection on the Bronco that's outside. Lots and lots of stuff on the GT3 as well. So we got a lot going on. Lots of garage hangs. I've got a lot of different projects to work on, and I'm gonna be video heavy. I've been very video light the last 3 or 4 months as I've gotten moved into here. So very video heavy for you, both inside the Hex. If you haven't become a member inside the Hex and you're interested in any kind of life or business, and you want to know, how I think and how I'm learning to think, go and you want to join Inside the Hex, because I'm talking about that more than I ever have. So anyway, this garage is coming together. Feeling pretty good about it. I think it's going to be a nice couple of years. Who knows how long I'll be here, but theoretically until my kids graduate, we'll see how that goes. I'm looking to get my current stuff, all the cars, all the things that I have, dialed, so I might even actually be able to take a day off every once in a while. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think a day off is coming anytime soon because the design studio is going to be wild. I'm going to share with you every square inch of that process. So thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. We'll see you on the next one. Hammer video coming soon.